Legend through and through. Oh, the Toon Review. Laughs and passion, football too. We are the Toon Review. By the fans, for the fans, through and through. Laughs and passion, football too. We are the Toon Review. 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 Go!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review for the match review of a rather good performance at Everton last night. And, well, tonight's, player rating should be quite a stroll in the park, I reckon. But we'll dive much deeper into the game. We'll have a look at what went right. Not much went wrong, to be honest. So it should be a bright, sunshiny show tonight. And I am joined tonight by the usual two suspects. We've got Mr. Stato and we've got Billy, who's lost his laptop charger and has to go get on his phone. Good evening, gents.
Good evening, and good evening to the Toon of you, Massive, the Magpie Massive, and all you fantastic, outstanding, superb, brilliant people out there in Viewerland.
Now, if you do enjoy the show tonight, please give it a like, as it's very, very important. We keep those coming in on the channel. And, of course, if you're new and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Free of charge. Come and help us build the channel. You're joining a fantastic community. All we ask for is that you hit that notification bell so you never miss any uploads or live shows on the channel. You can become a member of the Toon Review by hitting the join button just underneath us. And, of course, super chats are available. That's the $sign under the live chat. And that will guarantee your comment to be read out as a thank you for making the super chat. Right, have we had a decent Sunday, guys? Another decent Sunday after a rather good performance.
Yeah, some sad news from West Ham, though. Billy Bond's passing away.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's FA Cup winning captain on two occasions.
He's a legend there, yeah.
Played until he was in his 40s, then became the manager. Died 79 years of age. A West Ham legend and an outstanding footballer, to be fair to him.
Oh, he was, yeah. I saw the back end of his career, I think I did, but he was a legend. Absolute legend. Pont Mags has become a new member of the channel. Thank you very much, Pont Mags. Right, I'm going to ask you a straightforward question, guys, straight away. Alex, we'll start with you. Is Nick Pope really injured?
Ooh. What question?
Indeed. There is so many conspiracy theories going around today. It's unbelievable.
I mean, it puts us in a bit of a precarious position, doesn't it? Because you don't want to call the manager a liar. I don't think anybody does. It's a horrible thing to say, but surely he knows that it's a bit suspicious, even if it is true. Mm-hmm. I don't know. My gut is that he's not injured. My gut instinct and feeling is that he's not injured, and that it's just kind of put him out of harm's way from the commentary and various other things, because the commentary did not really talk about it. They said there was a lot of talk of the two leading up to the game. However, Eddie Howe's decision was made easier, but the fact Pope is unavailable. And that was it. They never talked about it anymore. So my gut says he's not injured. However, my head, and based on how Eddie conducts himself, he's a very, very honest person when it comes to the media, within reason. Says what he needs to say. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to call him a liar, but my gut says. No,
I mean, look, I did. Anybody that saw my earlier video today, I went through the comments that Eddie made after the game, saying that it was done on Friday before he'd named the team. He'd been wrong-footed for a shot or something like that. Felt his groin, but felt it after the training session, and. He'll have a scan in the next few days to see the intensity.
So we've got a full story. It's not just
that's what Eddie said. That's what he said.
You say that, but Malik Chow and Nick Voltemada were interviewed after the game, and they both said the training was cancelled Friday because of the rain. They were on about packs and headers and stuff. So training wasn't even. It was cancelled Friday because it was intense rain. So I think it's a lot of bullshit. I think I don't think there's anything wrong with him.
Well, I didn't know that, Billy. So there you go. I didn't hear the interview from them two. So that's So, okay, well, the mystery goes on. Obviously, I think Eddie Howe will be doing a press conference in the morning, won't he, ahead of the Spurs game? He normally does it the day before, so it should be tomorrow morning. I will cover that press conference, but
they use.
I thought that, I did think they had an indoor pitch as well. Well, listen, we don't know. It's just speculation, of course. There's many Newcastle United fans, obviously, just wondering, because it does seem very, very convenient. If he's wanted to take him out the firing line so that he's not sitting on the bench with TV cameras in his face saying, oh, he's been dropped and all of this. Billy, you thought he might have taken the huff, or he's injured. It could be anything, guys. It really could. So we'll have to wait and see. Samsonite Dove says Pope is injured. He's got a bruised ego.
Essentially.
Yeah. Right. The first job of the evening, gentlemen, is probably the hardest job we're going to have of the night, is picking 4 players for man of the match to go in the poll. We will try and do something different for next season with see if we can get an app or something like that where we can rate all the players, and then over an average we'll see who has won man of the match. But for now, we have to do it our own special way. Billy, you can go first tonight.
Oh, thank you. It's not easy at all. There's very many candidates for this fantastic award. But I'm going to go with an unusual one. I'm going to go with Lewis Miley.
Lewis Miley, okay.
Is that an unusual one? He got a goal and an assist.
Yeah, well, this is true, but he's not usually in the winning, is
he? He isn't. Alex?
I'm going to go for one that is an unusual one. I'm going to go for Lewis Hall.
Okay, Lewis Hall. I mean, there was so many, wasn't there? There was so many. Jesus H. Christ. This is not easy, guys, is it? I mean, we've got to come up with another one after this one as well. Look,
there is a low-hanging fruit. We just not said it.
There's a real low-hanging fruit, yeah.
Yeah, listen, I've got to go with the obvious. Malik Chow. Right.
It's
now we need one more.
Now a bit... I mean, Voltemada scored, but it wasn't the best performance. It was okay.
Yeah, he was okay, but he wasn't in the first half. He wasn't involved in the game very much at all. I
think my
Big
shout
Joe?
would be either...
Big Joe was outstanding second half.
No, I wouldn't put Big Joe in this list. I would go either Byrne or Elanga.
No, Byrne played pretty well.
Vote.
Yeah, they're my two, actually. They're my two.
Not that they should win it, but, to be in the vote. I think Byrne officially got an assist as well. So did Elanga.
Yeah. Byrne had a good shout, actually. And I thought Elanga played, but yeah, both those are good shouts.
Do you know what? I think we should put Elanga in because we've crucified him. And he actually stood up to the plate last night.
And
I thought had a very good
game.
Well, yes, but I mean, it's between the two. So are we going Elanga?
Yeah, why not for a change?
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think we've got to give a special shout out to Dan Byrne though, who
absolutely
upon his return at centre half,
100%,
clearly is a good defender.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. But I think considering the hammer, John Green, Ramsdale can't get it. I mean, Ramsdale did what he had to do, but he wasn't
involved.
He wasn't involved very much, as for saves and things like that. We couldn't put Ramsdale in.
It's Everton's fault that Ramsdale doesn't get a higher score.
Yeah, or our back four who played extremely well denied Everton anything. Or Barry, yes, the young cart horse up front for Everton. By the way, he's been absolutely fucking slammed in the media today from Everton journalists and fans. I mean, God almighty, nearly 30 million. We think we've been robbed with some of ours, but Jesus Christ.
30 million, that's how much he cost.
27, I think, Billy, they said at the end of the watch-along, 27.5
or
something.
In inverted commas that he scored where he mistimed his jump, handballed it, sliced it in, celebrated when they were 4 down. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Guys, can you just quickly put in the comments if I am in sync, please? Because one comment from my earlier video today said I wasn't in sync, and I've watched it back a million times, and I am perfectly in sync. So can you just let me know, please? Because I think this person had a problem with their system. It looks fine from where I'm sitting. So, Yeah, everybody's saying I am. So yeah, it baffled me. It absolutely baffled me. Anyway, there you go. That is your man of the match poll, guys. Is it Lewis Miley? Is it Lewis Hall? Is it Malik Chow? Or is it Anthony Elanga? There you go. Get voting, and we will come for that at the end of the show to see who wins the viewers' man of the match. A very difficult decision for you guys tonight now with those 4 players. Malik Chow, of course, has won it the last 27,000 times. Is he in for another one? So, yeah, it's we shall see. But listen, let's go back to the start of the game and when the team was announced. It was a big surprise that he made 6 changes. Obviously, we expected or we hoped that Ramsdale would be in. Let's take that one aside. But he went with some big decisions. Obviously, Dan Burn instead of Share. That proved to be the perfect decision as well. But Miley, I think, caught a lot of people's eyes, Alex. The fact that Toon Army was probably rested yesterday, but then he brings in Miley. And again, proved to be the right decision.
Indeed. Yeah. I mean, there's no danger of Sandro not being involved permanently as a starter, but it's good for Miley. He looks good next to Bruno. Bruno tends to... I don't know if this is just... I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but hear me out here and see if you're on the same page. And this is all the viewers as well. I feel like sometimes when Bruno's got Sandro, he maybe takes a few extra liberties that he shouldn't. Whereas when he had Miley next to him, I felt like he was more of a leader because he had to be. And then Miley didn't really need it that much. He plays like he's one of them anyway, so he doesn't really need people to kind of guide him in that way, although it helps. And he certainly belongs. So having him be able to come in a Premier League fixture and put in that quality and level of performance was fantastic. I think it's Joe Linton that's going to be concerned because he's now got Ramsey and Willock breathing down his neck, getting more minutes, and Miley's doing that. I think it's Big Joe that's got to be concerned about what the rest of the season is going to hold for him. He's going to have to play well to keep his place. If Miley can come in and do that, fantastic. I'm pretty sure he's still only 19. So
yeah. But for me, Joe Linton stepped up yesterday. I mean, he
I don't agree. I think he was the least efficient player on the pitch in about.
I thought he was excellent. I
don't think he was bad, but
I thought he was excellent second half.
I don't agree.
I do. I mean, Billy, you said it's some of the stuff Joe Linton did in the second half. He kept things very simple. He did things with he was helping out defensively. He was just passing the ball nicely. I don't agree with Alex. I thought Joe Linton stood out.
I think Garner didn't struggle too much against him. Garner won 100% of his duels, and all of them, I'm pretty sure, were against Joe Linton. He didn't struggle too much. It was Lewis Hall that was assisting a lot. I don't think Joe Linton was great physically yesterday. 3 out of 9 duels. A lot of it was safe passing. I want Joe to be winning his physical duels, be marauding forward and contributing. And he did a lot of things okay, but it was a lot of safe things. It was safe passing and it was fine. Okay. I don't want anybody to think I'm saying he had a bad game. He absolutely did not have a bad game.
No. I mean,
I don't want him anywhere near a man of the match vote, and I don't want to talk him.
No, he wasn't the man of the match.
Okay, and I think he's still, because Willock's been putting in reasonably good performances. Ramsey looks a bit off the pace, but is fine. I'm sure he'll get there.
He hasn't had enough game time for me, Ramsey. I thought Willock was really good when he came on. Yeah. Yes, there will be a preview for the Tottenham game tomorrow night. As usual, we will, of course. Graham says it should be a bit arsey, but sorry to be a bit arsey, but if Joe Linton wants the shirt, he has to earn it. Nobody's guaranteed a spot. Well, absolutely. I mean, Billy, what's your thoughts?
I thought he had a really good second half. I mean, it wasn't just a case of him passing the ball safely. I thought he made some fantastic breaks in the middle of the park. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought he had a really good second half, to be honest. I thought he was responsible, but first half he was a bit iffy at times, gave the ball away a few times.
Yeah.
I thought second half, some of the breaks he made and some of the, going past players when he had no right to and setting up with the players, I thought it was brilliant.
If I'll ask you both a question. If you have to drop, let me give you 2 options. If you've got to drop 2 players out of that starting 11, who are you picking?
From last night?
If we have to play another game in a few days, and you pick the 11, that same 11, but you want to drop a couple, who you picking to drop? because I'm dropping Joe Linton and possibly Elanga. Not that Elanga deserves it, but Joe Linton's probably the first one I would drop.
Yeah, probably would be as much.
That's a very good question, but isn't this the beauty of football though? That people see the game very, very differently sometimes, and
it's not that he's bad or that he had a bad game.
I get what you're saying, Alex. I get what you're saying.
Proportionately,
it's just interesting to get different points of view, isn't it? And that's how we work on the channel. But look, at the same time, this is what we want, though, isn't it? We want Eddie to have headaches with his team selections when people, and this is the thing. He said many times about players coming into the side, and if they earn their right to stay in the side, they stay in. I don't know how he can do that really when he's trying to sort of navigate a lot of games in such quick succession. But I don't know. 2 players to drop from that side from last night is a very difficult one to do, because you're going to upset
he'll have to make
somebody.
changes for Tuesday anyway, won't he? So
I do. I think Toon Army definitely comes in.
I think Toon Army will come in for Bruno, if I'm perfectly honest.
Do you think he'll rest Bruno, do you?
He's got to have a rest at some point.
But who knew Riley was a set-piece taker? I mean, his corners, it was superb last night.
Yeah, I think Moyes can go to the game. Maybe then he gets rotated out on Saturday or Sunday whenever we play next.
Yeah, it's a Saturday one against Burnley, isn't it? So
we've got a lot of options to rotate now. We've got a fit and ready Fabian Schär. You've got Murphy, who's rested. Gordon, I appreciate people aren't super happy with him at the moment, but he's rested. Tonali's rested, available. You've got Ramsey and Willock. So we've got a lot of rotation we could do if we wanted to.
Hopefully Botman will be fit sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't know Trippier's out a month or so, isn't he? So,
although, let's not forget that Lewis Hall probably can't play every minute of December at left back and did have cramp at the end of the game. So,
yeah. Well, was it cramp? I'm not sure it was cramp, Alex. I think
Eddie Howe said it was
I think he got stood on. It looked like he got stood on.
I'm just going with what Eddie said.
Yeah. I mean, look, fine. If he's got cramp at the end of the game, he's at least that was 20 minutes more than he got cramped last game when he started. So
he's getting more
it's progress, isn't it? But look, I mean, we took the lead very early on, and we started at 100 miles an hour again, didn't we? And a fantastic corner. Well, actually, it came from a brilliant move from Newcastle leading up to the goal. Walter plays Elanga in, and Elanga, I thought, did the right thing. I think he tried to place it across Jordan Pickford. It was a good save by Pickford, and then obviously the corner from Miley. I mean, that's one of the best corners I've seen in a long time, and if we can keep doing that, Malik Chow is going to thrive on those sort of balls, and it was a thumping header, Billy, past Pickford.
Yeah, it was an outstanding set piece, just in the right area. Malik Chow, all he had to do was make contact with it, and it was a goal. But as you said, the move that started it was great also. Voltamada through to Elanga. Elanga used his pace, didn't stop, he carried on, confident enough to go on and get a shot in, which he plays quite nicely. A good save from Pickford, like you say, but outstanding start. It really was a really good start for Newcastle United.
But Alex, again, once we took the lead, after about the 8th minute, the tide started turning again, and everybody was thinking, oh, here we go again. If it did look like any team was going to score in that next 20-minute period, it was Everton, wasn't it? Because they started to dominate possession. We sat back again, and a lot of fans were getting really annoyed, saying, why are we doing this? I don't know what it was, whether, Everton obviously just went to go behind the home side to start pushing. But they didn't really hurt us in that possession period. They had a couple of shots over the bar, but we dealt with everything.
We did. It does still concern me, though, because I think it's pretty clear for all to see that it's a mentality issue, because we had no problems being the dominant side once we were 2-0 up, because we were happier. They were more confident. So the fact that there was just a switch and we were just able to then be better in the match, it was literally a mentality switch. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we weren't capable, we gave up 73% possession to Everton in the following 15 to 20 minutes after that first goal went in. Which is just not good enough. Especially, I know we're away from home, but the quality of 11 we've put out, we should not be getting... We shouldn't really be letting Everton do that to us. And it wasn't... I appreciate they didn't create anything super dangerous, but we were unable to get the ball back. Our clearances were poor. We couldn't string 2 passes together in that phase. That was still really alarming for me, and we need to make sure that we cut that out. And I hope that's something that's analysed, because as soon as we scored the second goal, all of a sudden we started playing like a Champions League team.
Yeah.
So it's a mental thing. It really is.
Yeah. By the way, guys, those people that are asking about their usernames, obviously they've changed them back. You can change your username back to your old one if you go into your YouTube studio settings. You just click on your logo in the top right hand corner. Just go to YouTube Studio. You can change your name back to what you had originally. So just to let you know that, go into YouTube Studio and you can change it through that. So if you want your old username back, go and get it. Carl says, member for 28 months, says how good we were when David Moyes tells the Match of the Day interview we were brilliant. Well, we'll come on to Moyes' comments because I thought he was very, very diplomatic about it and praised us rightly so. Warren says, a member for 23 months, great job, guys, and Doll. Yous give me strength when things aren't good. Well done, TTR. Live long and prosper. Thank you. Cheers, Warren. David Lamb says, 5 hours on a coach there and back with Blue Scousers, sat amongst them during the game. Have never been so quiet, but was buzzing inside. Spike Milligan says, got to deal with Miley and not have another Elliot Anderson. Yeah, I spoke about that earlier on. Derek Ward says, rest Bruno. He's done a lot of travelling and played a lot of games. Toon. Let's just touch on Moisey then, because I think it's, when he was interviewed, it was a lot of praise for Newcastle. He just admitted that he actually said we're one of the strongest teams, if not the strongest, in the Premier League, and very, very difficult to play against. I thought that was incredible from Moyes, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, maybe not this lineup. There are a few others we could put in there to make us more physical, but yeah, he's not wrong with the way we play and the physicality. It's not easy. You're going to have to, if we're playing well and we're focused, you're going to have to go to war to get anything against us. I appreciate like the Brentford and West Ham performances. We were very sloppy tactically and lethargic. So those aside, if we turn up to a reasonable standard, you're going to have to fight physically to get anything from us. And people know that. But I think maybe he was a bit too complimentary of us. I think he's got every right to throw some of his players under the bus, because for 2 of those goals, 3 or 4 of the blue shirts just stopped moving and didn't compete for second balls. I think we don't deserve all of the credit. A couple of those Everton players were absolutely terrible and should have been hooked. So I don't want to hype us up or overhype us. Some of those players were bloody awful for Everton and they deserved subbing off, and Moyes has protected them with that interview, in my opinion.
I mean, look, Billy. I mean, he was forthright and honest in his summing up of the game. He was just, I think he was fed up, to be honest. He looked like a man who'd just been seen a ghost, really, in his interview. And he might have gone a little bit over the top with his praise for us, but from an opposition manager's point of view, I mean, we very rarely see that, do we? Somebody scoring, somebody commenting on our goal scoring and our strengths and just saying we were too good.
Well, David Moyes has made a managerial career out of having physical players play for him. He's not always played the pitches of football. It's always been physical stuff. And so for one of his team to be out physical by us would rank highly on how well we played. And I don't think it was all about physicality at all. I thought, some of the football we played, we were too quick for them as well as too powerful. So, yeah, I mean, he kept Barry on for virtually 90 minutes, which was unbelievable. He rigged Benham, lasted till half time, should have not before that. He was dreadful. And the days of Tarkowski and Keane playing centre back. I mean, I don't know how sustainable that is for the future, but that's not really our problem, is it? Who cares?
Yeah, without Decore and Idrissa Gana Gueye and players like that, they don't look half as.
Yeah, Nani.
I mean, Garner was seeing a lot of the ball early doors, wasn't he? Especially when Everton had that period of time. Grealish put a few good balls through with some very good passing, but he's still a twat. I thought we handled it very well. The second goal, Alex, again, a little bit of a scramble in the box. It was all over the shop at times, and then Livramento hit a shot which was going into the corner flag, but Dan Burn managed to, just put it back to Lewis Miley. Didn't really connect with the shot as well as he wanted to, but then old T-Rex Arms comes to the rescue and pushes it under his own legs.
Indeed. I mean, it's not a terrible idea to do that with a volley, is try and keep it down. Even sometimes you always taught to maybe try and make it bounce in front of the goalkeeper. So I don't know how much of that he had control over in the moment, being a quick fire volley. Yeah, but it worked, and Pickford had an absolute nightmare. So, is it a slightly fortunate goal? Yeah, you could say it was, but at the same time, Miley still had to get the technique right and get it on target. So
you don't shoot, you don't score, Alex. Simple as that, isn't it? You don't take it. But Billy, I mean, we'll move quickly on to the third goal because, you were screaming in the commentary saying, pass it to Livramento, because you'd seen, obviously, Elanga made the run, but then he doesn't play a great ball, Livramento, does he? Sort of floats it down the line. And Timmy there, I mean, what the hell was he doing? But Elanga, you've got to give him praise. He didn't give up on it. He shrugged him away. He won the ball and then saw Voltemada through the middle, played a lovely ball to Big Nick, and the finish is exquisite.
Yeah, I mean, Livramento, I thought he delayed the pass a little bit too long, but in the end, it was a chip ball, which really Tim should have cut out, but didn't. Elanga wanted it more, had more desire in his bones to get to the ball, got to the ball. Lovely little ball inside for Voltemada, who's clean through, and then he's lobbed it over the oncoming Pickford, and just heavy enough so Garner can't clear off the line. It's an outstanding finish. It's an outstanding goal.
Yeah. I've seen the goal a couple of times. If I was an Everton fan, I'd be absolutely steaming furious with Michael Keane, because he just watched Voltemada run away from him, and just sort of jogged his way back. But obviously, I think he was expecting little Timmy boy to deal with the ball and hoof it out or whatever. He didn't do that.
There was more than just that. I think, if I'm remembering this right, I think Grealish kind of gave up on Tino as well. He could have carried on and tried to track him, and he just gave up. If I'm remembering the right situation. But yeah, a few of them weren't really at it defensively anyway, in tracking and effort. They would just switch off.
There you go, guys. Julie J's changed the handle, so you can do it. I know there's people in the chat saying it won't let you do it. Some can, obviously some can't, but there you go. Julie's done it. So you can do it, guys. Just try. It's not up to us. We can't change anybody's user handle, by the way. It's not up to the channel. It's up to you guys who have your own YouTube accounts. So there you go. Julie's done it. Let's have a look. Tracy Ann's been a member for 2 months now. Malik asked Big Nick Voltemada to teach him how to head a ball to score after training, but it was lashing down, so they didn't get to do much training done. I mean, look, the fourth goal. I mean, Big Nick almost scored. I mean, I watched the Geordie journals, and they were saying that, when that ball fell to Nick Voltemada on the edge of the 6-yard box, normally you would see a striker just lash that straight away just to try and put it towards goal. But Nick Voltemada is a special player. He just, so calm, just decided to dink it past 2 Everton defenders, hit it with his left foot, and it was obviously chested off the line. Then Barnes did really well for me, because he didn't panic. He didn't whip it back in just any old way. He kept a hold of the ball, then rolled it back to Lewis Hall. What a cross from Hall, by the way. And again, a superb rise from the big German, and Malik Chow thunders another header, Billy, into the corner of the net. It was a superb goal. And may I just say, Billy, your comments about Lewis Hall and the wonderful left foot came to fruition yesterday.
Well, they do most weeks, to be fair. I mean, it's an outstanding piece of football equipment. Is that left foot is outstanding. And Voltemada did brilliantly in the first place. I mean, that gave him a great crossing also, which is nodded back to him. And the calmness he showed to get himself a nice shot in, which managed to be blocked out. But for us not to give up and then feed it back to Lewis Hall, first time cross with Ben to the far post. Great leap, great header. Pickford had no chance. And again, superb goal.
And I think, Alex, obviously there was a mass walkout with the Everton fans after that. They did come back into it a little bit more once we went once we went 4-0 up, we kind of just came off the gas a little bit. Obviously, Barry had that chance, but it was a handball. They're going to get, cancelled out every time, especially when there's a goal scored from it. And then he hits it with the back of his heel or something and sliced it. Celebrated like he'd scored a worldie. That was ruled out. But then, obviously, a few minutes later, Dewsbury Hall, lovely finish. I mean, I'm not looking at any defenders there. I'm just saying, look, he took that ball brilliantly and he finished it really well. But it was all too late for Everton.
It was far too late. Barry should have been hooked half an hour before he was. Dewsbury Hall was fantastic, actually. I thought in that game, I thought he could have had more than one. He was really, really solid. The only player really that I was scared of. Grealish had a couple of scary moments, and Dye, we didn't really let him do much. I think we fouled him a few times as well.
I think he was really quiet yesterday and Dye. Yeah.
I guess who was left back. But yeah, Dewsbury Hall deserves a lot of credit. He was very, very good. Probably the only, maybe Garner and Dewsbury Hall are the only two I think that can walk out without feeling embarrassed in that Everton side.
Yeah, I mean, look, Dewsbury, he had a shot at the end as well, didn't he? Which was just over the bar before the final whistle. I mean, he hit that really well, but always comfortable. There's still, I still just think there's an element of our passing, Billy, that still needs to be improved. We go very, very sloppy at times, and I think that's what Eddie Howe will work on. But we can't complain about the two last Premier League games because we've played superbly well. We've beaten Manchester City, who will be up at the top end of the table at the end of the season, challenging for the title. And we beat Everton, who just had a cracking result at Old Trafford with 10 men.
Yeah, it seems like what were Premier League performances have now changed to the Champions League with us being really, really quite poor against Marseille at times. Yeah, and then the league forms suddenly got better, and it needs to stay that way, and that should be a benchmark now for the away performances. We don't really want to be performing much worse than that, a week in, week out, away from home. It's the first time really we've gone on to, we've scored, and okay, we did weather the storm for a little bit, but we always had a bit of an attacking intent in our bones to go forward, and that's the first time I think we've seen that this season.
Yeah. But the thing is, Alex, Everton with the home side, you'd expect a response from them, certainly after half-time. I think we managed that situation really well because I think we came out for the second half and for once looked really strong. We weren't going to concede silly goals. We weren't going to let Everton back into the game. And in times gone by, we've seen that. But there was a much better mentality yesterday.
There was. I don't think Everton gave enough in the second half, at least the start of the second half. I don't think the one substitution was enough with Alcaraz, to be honest. I think they needed... they brought on Beto, Tyler Dibbling and Dwight McNeil later on in the game. I think some of them should have been on... Maybe he could have made a triple sub at half-time. They needed a few more changes, and they needed an absolute walloping at half-time, and I hope they got it, because they were bloody awful. And they didn't really give us a response. So I'm sure the Everton fans are fuming because the lack of a response from them in the second half was really not good enough. And we capitalised. We'd got the away fans were giving it a few oles. We were the lads were enjoying themselves. They enjoying themselves. They were trying to be creative. We were trying to make things happen. It was a combination of us being good and growing in confidence, and them kind of allowing that through poor standards, not competing for second balls. It was a bit of both. So I'd take that as... I put that on Moyes and a few of the Everton players, because they could have stopped us growing in confidence. I think they could have done. As soon as that second goal went in, though, it was over. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Warren says, guys, do you think we should go all in for Barry?
Well, we need a pole salesman.
Hey, some of the people that gave Paul Willis-Sulla some rubbish at the start of the season, look at some of the dross other teams have got to put.
Oh, dear God. I mean, hell's teeth.
Compared to some of these boys.
I would be sending Willis-Sulla for 30 million if that's what 30 million gets you. I think he's worth watching with him.
Freaking hell, I'm sure. James Elliott, member for 8 months, says highlights. I can see Chow being a future captain for Newcastle. I mean, we've said that about a few of them. And Chipper says, must admit, I laughed at Barry celebrating as if it was a screamer. Yeah, so did we did on Matchday Live. We did. Right, before we go into the player ratings, folks, just a little bit of housekeeping. Of course, we've combined with Lineup Builder, ladies and gentlemen, who provide the matchday graphics for us, and of course the graphics for the news videos. Please go and visit their website. It is pinned at the top of the description. And also there is the QR code on the screen now if you want to give that a scan. That will take you to the Lineup Builder quizzes. Now, they've been going for a week or two now. A fantastic response. Loads of people enjoy doing it. There's very, very different quizzes on there. There's a lot of different quizzes on there for you to challenge yourself with. So if you want to take yourself on or you want to take friends and family on, there's loads on there. It refreshes every day, so you will have the opportunity to take on new challenges every single day. So please visit that Lineup Builder quiz site. Scan the QR code quickly now, or as I say, it is pinned right at the top of our description for the show. And finally, please do visit the toonreview.com. That is your place to go for everything Toon Review merchandise, hoodies, T-shirts, drinkware. There's... I just do that to annoy Alex. There's mugs, coffee mugs, travel mugs. We've got beanie hats, caps. There's loads of stuff on there. And of course, with the build up to Christmas, get yourself or loved ones a nice present. Support the channel that way by visiting the toonreview.com or scanning that QR code in the top left-hand corner right now. That will take you straight to the website. We've had a few orders come in today. Obviously, we know that Christmas is coming up, so get them in early if you want to buy anything for yourself or your loved ones. So that's the toonreview.com. Again, if you've missed the QR code, it is right at the top of the description along with the Lineup Builder quiz. Right, guys, let's do the player ratings. Obviously, I think Alex might have a couple that differ to me, and maybe Billy, so it should be interesting, this. We'll start with Aaron Ramsdale, Billy.
Yeah, Wally didn't have a lot to do. What he did do was very, very good. He definitely brings calm to the defence. Even just short passes to the defenders was hit with crisp and sharp passing, so wasn't enticing players to press. His long clearances were always in the area where we could challenge for the ball, and on the pitch and not in the stands. Wally didn't have a lot to do. I thought his distribution stuff was really good. I thought he definitely commanded his box well. Definitely inspired a bit of calm. I'll give him a 7.5.
7.5. By the way, guys, get your ratings in the chat. Let's see if you agree with us. Alex, Aaron Ramsdale?
Yeah, I agree. I've got a 7.5 for him. Can't really go any higher, and that's not down to anything he's done. It's through Everton's lack of challenging him. And I think the few situations where he was involved was because of his defenders. Like the goal specifically was Malik Chow and Tino kind of not really understanding what the moment was about, and Dewsbury Hall having some fantastic, well, the first touch was just sublime. So a few moments where I don't think Ramsdale could have really made a difference. And what he did do, as Billy said, just the short passes, he did the basics fine. He's clearly a footballer. Nick Pope is not a footballer. He's a goalkeeper that's not a footballer, which is a weird thing to say, but I feel like it's fair. And it's not just, I feel like he gets a bit of credit, not just for what he did, but the back four played differently because we were able to recycle and go again and trust him and build up. And it just looks better, which I can't really credit him for that, but I guess it's an extra point to our game because the players just trust him and build up and we can just do more. So yeah, 7.5. He didn't really do anything super well or anything wrong. So it was fine.
Well, I've gone for an 8, but again, very, very similar to you guys. I mean, Alex, you summed it up perfectly there. I just thought the element of calm that he gave the back four, and you could see the trust that he had with them as well. They weren't afraid to pass the ball back to him, and they knew when they were sort of spacing out for playing out from the back, every single pass was on point, and also his long balls. Every single long ball he hit was there for a Newcastle United player to challenge. He never kicked the ball into just nowhere, into just open space. He was always bang on point to where a Newcastle United player could win the ball. And I just thought, when Everton hit the bar with that corner, I thought he did remarkably well to get where he did, considering Harvey Barnes was in the way. Now, I'm not sure whether he actually got a hand on that or it hit Barnes in the thigh. I know that we're looking at the Sky were looking at a possible penalty. Of course they were. Never in a million years. But I just think he's just all round a very solid goalkeeper. And hopefully, as he said in his Instagram post, of course, it was his 250th professional appearance yesterday, and he wants to play many more with this fantastic, great football club. Mm-hmm. So some really good comments from Aaron Ramsdale. Livramento, Billy.
Yeah, he's definitely a massive plus for us. I mean, slightly at fault for the goal, if I'm being churlish, but aside from that, he really had Grealish in his pocket. Don't think he went past him at all in the whole game. And not just that, getting forward at every opportunity, and he's dangerous going forward as well. I'll give him an 8.
8. Alex?
Yeah, I think 8 is a fair score. The engine that just never runs out. But it's when you talk about engines, it's different. It's weird because normally you think of when you say engine, you think of like a Sean Longstaff or a James Milner. But this is a fullback. It's a young fullback who's quite technically sound as well. He's still got another level to go, I think, technically. But stamina and physicality, he's up and down that wing all day long, and he drifts centrally, contributes in there. He's just a nightmare. He gives the rest of the team more space, more time, and we normally have an extra player up there because Tino's he's everywhere. Yeah, an 8. It's lovely to have him in the side. He's probably a manager's favourite pick. Because you're just going to get so much work rate out of him. He just does everything. Yeah.
8 for me as well. Echo everything you guys have said. It just considering he came back against Manchester City because of Trippier's injury and he's hardly kicked the ball. And then he's played 3 games in a week.
And been very good.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable from Tino Livramento. And look, I've said it many, many times. Our fullbacks are England's best fullbacks, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. It's not being biased. I'm just speaking fact. You watch them on the pitch, they excel. And there is some good other fullbacks in the Premier League, don't get me wrong. But Jesus Christ. I mean, if you're Thomas Tuchel, you're rubbing your hands together looking at Livramento and Lewis Hall. Who we're going to come on to now, Billy? Lewis Hall.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't really use words to describe how fantastic he is. It's not often you see a fullback who has the technical ability that he has and the skills that he has and the vision that he has combined with defensive solidity. They're usually one or the other. One of them's a little bit lacking, but he's got it all. He's solid defensively. He's got the confidence to go past players no matter where on the pitch. He's doing it. Yesterday was a fantastic performance from him. Assist for the 4th goal. Just a brilliant performance. I'm going to give him a 9.5.
9.5 for Lewis Hall from Billy Trey. Alex?
Yeah, I'm going to go 9.5 as well. I want to go a bit higher, but I think he's got another level.
Jesus, if he's got another level, freaking hell. Wow. That's
I had to do a write-up
Alex.
on him today, and I called him the Little Wizard, and that is his name for me from now on. He is the Little Wizard. So sorry, David Silva. I'm now calling Lewis Hall the Little Wizard because he's ridiculous. He's got elements of Bruno's game in his game. He can receive the ball under pressure, pass under pressure. He can wriggle free of 2 or 3 opposition players. He's defensively solid enough to pocket and die for the whole game and hit the crossbar from a fantastic shot and be good on corners.
I wonder where that was going if it wasn't deflected, because do you think that might have just been heading for the corner?
I think
the top
that was going
corner?
in, personally.
Yeah.
And as well, he on the half turn, on the bounce, played a ball all the way over the top for Harvey Barnes that could have been a goal for Barnes. He could have had another assist. Yeah. It was a great ball. It's a long list of positives from, let's not forget, is a very young fullback. I mean, I can't remember how old he is now, 20 or 21, but he's still very young. He's still playing in the U21s England setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9.5. My God, do the media and some of the other fan bases not understand what this kid is at left back? Because we keep hearing about O'Reilly and Lewis Skelly. Jesus, when they eventually know what Lewis Hall is about, get that boy a new contract yesterday, right now, like immediately. Because I genuinely think he could be the most important player in our squad if he remains injury free.
Yeah. I mean, to say that there's still a little bit more to come from him, I mean, that's praise indeed, because, you know, how exciting is that there is probably more to come from this kid. It's incredible.
I think he's more technically gifted than Bruno. I genuinely do.
I mean, Billy mentioned it before. It's the way he gets out of little difficult situations. He's got the ball. He's got three players on him, and he still manages to get out of it. It's incredible, the confidence that he shows to do things in, let's be honest, sometimes very dangerous areas. And he's just full of confidence. And he's just, I mean, we can't say enough about him at the minute. I think he's just a little genius. You call him a little wizard. I'm calling him a little genius. Just absolutely outstanding.
And probably not even finished growing yet either, which is, you know, we won't be able to call him a little anything soon, I think.
Yeah. Guys, we've got nearly 1,500 people watching over on YouTube and X. If you do want to become part of this community, guys, please do hit the subscribe button and give us a like. Very important to keep building the channel. So thank you very much. And welcome to all our new subscribers, by the way, over the weekend. Thank you for joining such a brilliant community. Malik Chow, Billy.
Well, this is the easiest 10 I think I'm ever going to give. 2 goals, defensively solid, smile on his face. Everyone's a winner. All of the fair, 10 out of 10.
Billy, I just wonder how many times you've said this is the easiest 9 or easiest 10 I'm ever going to give when we come on to Malik Chow, because you know what, it's somebody mentioned in the chat before saying, oh, we shouldn't have Malik Chow in there because it's not fair. But of course it's fair. If he's man of the match every week, then he's man of the match every week. It's as simple as that.
Since that little shaky moment against Liverpool, I don't think he's put a single foot wrong.
Yeah, when you thought, you don't really think much of him, Billy, was your exact response. But we'll paper over that, mate. He will not leave that. We'll leave that there, dead in the water, just like your Matt Ritchie comment a couple of years back. What the fuck's he coming on for? And 30 seconds later, he's put the ball in the net. But that is the beauty of live football, isn't it? Alex Malik Chow.
I mean, yeah, I can't not give him a 10, or people will be after me with pitchforks. So
yes,
yeah,
you'd be immediately fired on this channel.
Centre half who scored 2 goals, and I mean, apart from the goal we conceded, which there's an argument that it's him and Tino, or just Tino, I'd say it's a bit of both. So I feel like that if anybody does give him a 9.5, I'm not going to be angry with you, because he could have done a bit better in that defensive situation. But again, scoring 2 goals, I think cleans that up. 6 out of 7 aerial duels, 1 as well against majority of them would have been against Barry, I would imagine. Yeah, just thank God Milan don't seem to know what they're doing.
It's his tackles, right? I've given him a 10 as well. Easiest 10 all day. But it's his tackling. You know, when he looks like somebody's got round him, the next 2 seconds, he's either got the ball or he's tackled the player. He just will not be beaten.
I mean, I don't think we were expecting him to be this good. We wanted somebody who was sort of somewhere between Cher and Botman, but athletic and a bit pacier. That was our expectation, is we try and need to get that. And Chow's come in, and he's also doing like mature, timed tackling, last ditch. He's doing a lot of extra bells and whistle stuff that I don't think we were expecting from this package, and it's I don't quite know where it's come from. His
passing's immense as well. And I watched Alice did a video on him yesterday, and she was saying that the AC Milan fans are a bunch of liars for what they said about Malik Chow in the summer. So there you go.
They don't seem to know much about anything, do they? With everything we've talked to them about in the last 3 years, they've got it all bloody wrong. So
exactly, yes.
Well, the best centre half I've ever seen is probably Des Walker. And I think Malik Chow has all of his qualities. But apart from that, Des Walker couldn't pass the ball 5 yards. Malik Chow can pass it 50 yards. I think he's maybe
pass it where he wants, can't he?
Maybe one of the greatest I think I've seen.
Jesus. Well, we're a dozen games in.
That's fucking big praise. That is.
It is big praise. But he's got all the attributes you want.
Well, you can only comment on what you've seen, can't you, Billy? So, you know,
he's got all the attributes you want to be a world-class centre-half. He's got the pace, he's got the recovery, he's got the nous, he's got the experience to be where he wants to be. He also can pass the ball. He goes forward. He scores goals. What more do you want?
Yeah, but he's actually been good in some of our defeats as well. Let's not forget we conceded 2 away games in a row, and nobody was going, "Oh, Chow was awful." Like he's been solid whether we're good or bad. He seems to be able to keep his head up and play his
Well,
game.
the Brentford game, we scored him a 9, a 7, and an 8. That just says it all.
Go.
Yeah. Okay, Samsonite Dove says, spot on, Alex. Feel Hall and Tino will get even better.
Get them contracts right now.
Yeah,
they are our most valuable players.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Dan Burn, Billy.
Much better. Back to his leadership best. And yeah, this is the Dan Burn we wanted to see. Obviously playing in his proper position, and it suited him down to the ground. And yeah.
He made some fantastic tackles yesterday, by the way,
Yes,
and some headed clearances as well.
Yes, he did. I want to give Dan Burn a 9, but it was very good.
Yeah. Alex?
I'm going to go with an 8.5 assist, which was, I guess, not lucky, but I think Miley had to do the lion's share of the work. So a kind assist for Dan Burn. But I want to maybe highlight more of his communication and leadership, which he's not able to do when he's out as a fullback making mistakes. When he's a centre-half, he can lead by setting standards himself because he's a good centre-half. He was making the tackles. He was the one putting out fires. Normally, we always talk about people putting fires out for him. He had the fire extinguisher against Everton, and he was communicating so well, making sure lines were straight. He was there. He was being picked up. Watch that. Do this. Go there. His communication skills were outrageously good. I said the other day that I would prefer Botman and Cher ahead of Burn, but if Burn is going to do that, absolutely no problems with Burn being in the back four.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, 9 for me. Just where he belongs. Simple as that. It's where he belongs. And yes, we've been very harsh on him playing at left back because we can only comment on what we see. He is not a left back. Never will be. But what he is a bloody good centre back, and proved that yesterday. Some very good tackles, some very good headed clearances, very solid, good communications. It's all you want. So yeah, 9 for me. Miley, Billy.
Goal assist, calm as you like. He's 19 years of age, plays like a 29-year-old. Has no worries whatsoever. When he gets the ball, sometimes he'll just play it square. Sometimes he'll go forward. Just a really, really mature player for someone that's 19. It's unbelievable. On top of that, he scored a goal, a fantastic set piece. Well, in fact, 1 or 2 fantastic set pieces. You know, Lewis Miley, 10.
10. Alex?
Yeah, I think he deserves a 10 as well. Genuinely do. I think if you told a neutral that had never watched us play, oh, we just signed this kid from Napoli last month and he's 27 years old and he can do this and he's done that. I don't think many people would disbelieve you. People wouldn't think you were lying, like if they didn't know who he was.
I agree. I totally agree.
Because he does play like that. It's ridiculous. I mean, statistically, I've just got to point a few of these out because they're filthy. 96% passing accuracy, 55 out of 57 passes. There's 8 recoveries. He won every single duel he was involved in. Got an assist and got a goal. Got a couple of key passes to boot. Was really, really calm under pressure. Maybe the only thing is maybe helping retain possession when we're under the cosh a little bit, trying to relieve pressure. But yeah, absolutely fantastic day for him. 10 out of 10.
10 for me as well. Do you know what I really like about Miley's game is his ability to find space with the ball. If you look back at his performance yesterday, when he gets the ball and he's in a tight situation, he'll just flick the ball 5 yards away into complete and utter space and give him a lot more time to get back on the ball, have a look for the right pass. His ability to do that was absolutely brilliant yesterday. And I thought he linked up with sometimes Lewis Hall quite well to play the ball out. It just brilliant set pieces, great goal, well done. Because there's been a lot of people saying, oh, Lewis Miley's not going to make the grade and all of this. I don't know where the hell they get them comments from, even when he's had a poor game. He's so young. And to play as well as he is now at his age, by God, have we got a superstar on our hands. But again, it's important that we get him regular football because Keith Downey, I said on the video earlier on today, Keith Downey spoke to he said his representatives, I don't know who that was, in the build-up to the Everton game, and said that he was desperate for first-team football. He was desperate to get in the team. So we don't want to... Because he'll be looking...
His audition, he can't do much better than that.
Yeah, because if he's looking at Elliot Anderson, he's thinking look at what's happened to him when he's getting regular football now. So we need to be careful, but we've got an absolute superstar there. No doubt about it for me. Warren says, as well as Barry, can we have Fred, Kevin and Terry? Is that out of bread?
Kevin's all right, though. Plays for Fulham.
Are they the characters from Bread?
No, Joey,
no?
Adrian...
Oh, yes.
Billy.
That's
Grandad. Where's me pudding?
Where's me pudding? Yeah, I remember that. Brilliant. The Bandits has calmed down. I don't know who or what he's talking to there, but God, if he's having a go at us for being too...
Maybe it's a Scouser. It is a Scouser theme tune.
We can't win, can we? I mean, 1 minute with negative Nellies and nobody wants to be part of a negative Newcastle channel, and then all of a sudden we get criticised when we're too it's mental. Bruno, Bill.
I just thought he pulled the strings yesterday. He took a bit of a reserved role, but some of his stuff again was sublime. You know, the way he changed his direction. At times they were chasing shadow, trying to get the ball off Bruno. 8.5.
The Bandit is making the calm down joke, not telling us to calm down, by the way. But Barry was Brookside, not Bread, Billy.
Yeah, Barry was, yeah.
What
you
have
said
you scored?
You said Bread, not me.
Well, yeah, but then you started to name the Bread characters. Anyway, Bruno, what did you score on Billy? 8.5.
8.5.
Okay. Alex?
Bruno, yeah?
Yeah.
I was bringing something up. I was happier with Bruno's performance. I thought he worked really well with Miley. I mean, I said this closer to the start of the show. I think he took on a bit more responsibility, not having Sandro. I think he had to be a little bit more careful and be a bit more of a leader, and it worked quite nicely. Very, very careful with the ball, 91% passing accuracy. A few of his creative forward passes didn't work as well as they normally do. A little bit off, but still really, really solid. Pulled the strings very well. Looked really comfortable. I'll go with an 8.
Yeah, same as what I've gone for. Pulled the strings. Nothing spectacular from Bruno, but just pulled the strings and a captain's performance, really. And I loved. I mean, I know Alex, you thought he forgot where he was when he celebrated his tackle in the.
Genuinely,
I think it was in the first half.
He did. He thought he was at St James's Park. He forgot. He won a tackle and celebrated to the crowd.
He did. I
just 100% forgot where he was.
See, I see it different. I just see the shithousery of the highest manner. But either way, it was brilliant. Either way, Joe Linton, Billy.
Yeah, I don't think he was as bad as the start I was making out. I thought. He wasn't great first half, but he wasn't poor at the same time.
Yeah.
Second half, I thought he did some really, really good stuff. Beating players, doing Brazilian type stuff, which you don't usually expect from Joe Linton.
Yeah.
He did lose the ball a few times. He did make 1 or 2 rash challenges, let's say, had his customary injury. I'll give him an 8.
8 for Joe Linton. Okay. Alex, I suppose your mark is not going to be anywhere near that.
It's not going to be the same as Bruno. No, absolutely not. I didn't like his first half. I thought he was very anonymous and lost the ball a lot and wasn't great. Injured, fouls. Second half was better than the first half. Wasn't anonymous, but was okay. I had a shot blocked. Didn't do much destroying. Didn't do much marauding, which are what you want from him in the team. I felt like that game specifically would have benefited far more from a more technical midfielder. I think any of the other 3 that were on the bench, Sandro or Willock or Ramsey, I get that Ramsey's not playing. Ramsey's clearly playing with a lot of cobwebs, He normally, he's got a lot more technical quality than he showed when he came on as a sub. But any of those three who are match sharp, I think would have enjoyed that game far more than Joe Linton. I think Joe Linton's performance was a 7 at best, so I'm going to go for a 7. I think he's got to look over his shoulder now, Joe Linton. His place.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Certainly up for grabs with that performance. It wasn't bad. It was not a bad performance, but he's got to be careful.
Well, I've gone for a Billy Stato sandwich right in the middle, 7.5 for me. His first half, not great, didn't really stand out, but I agree with Billy on his second half. I thought he was outstanding second half and, did some really, really good things. But like I say, I do think he's definitely got to look over his shoulder without a shadow of a doubt. Warren says, put it on a tray, says Billy. Warren's in a jovial mood, I think, tonight. Right, Elanga, Billy.
Without doubt, the best performance of his Newcastle career so far. Wanted the ball, wanted to go forward, wanted to take on the fullbacks, wanted to create trouble for their defence, and did do on many occasions. Got an assist, as also partially responsible for the first goal with his shot. Much better from him. Score wise, I'll give him an 8.5.
8.5 for Elanga. Bloody hell. Alex.
I'll go for... Yeah, I think I'll go as high as an 8.5 as well. I was toying with an 8, but he obviously won the corner that got the first goal through determination. A good shot selection as well. I agree with what you said earlier, Paul. I think that was probably the best shot he, unless you're going to be audacious and chip him, I think that was the right shot. The assist was great. More so than the assist, I liked the tenacity to not give up and to get that, to create that opportunity. But did need confidence. He tried a lot that didn't work. Maybe needs to improve his build up on the right hand side. Everyone else was doing neat little triangles and things, and it looked unnatural for him at times. He wasn't quite on the same page as everyone else in those little patterns of play. And for example, there was the moment where Bruno dummied it, let it go for his legs.
Yeah, he wasn't switched on to that.
It. Yeah, there were a couple of moments as well in the second half where people played a through ball because Elanga bent his run and then didn't run, and he just didn't go. So I think there's still work on building up those relationships and that understanding. But when he got the ball, absolutely tenacious, always trying to get forward, make things happen, grew in confidence. Yeah, 8.5 is definitely his best game in a black and white shirt. Well, a green shirt.
Hey, we love the green now. 8.5 for me. Agree. Best game for Newcastle in a while. Still, obviously, improvements there. But listen, as for the game itself, definitely up there. Had a chance, created. It was a danger, and that's more of what we want to see. Now, whether that means they're running the side or not, who knows? I think to get that level, maybe a running the side is a necessity. Harvey Barnes, Billy.
Couldn't fault his effort. Couldn't fault his desire to get on the score sheet without actually looking like he was going to get on the score sheet. Even when he went one-on-one with Pickford, I never thought he was going to score. But he got himself to some great positions. I'll give him a 7.5.
Okay. Alex?
Sorry, I'm muted. Are we Barnes in?
Yes.
Right, I'm bringing stats up. Yeah, I really liked Barnes's performance. He's not going to win any headlines because he didn't get the goals, but I think he did just as good as he's done in the previous games where he has scored. He did enough. It just sometimes it's not your day. He had some good opportunities, good situations, and they were dealt well with by sort of defenders or Pickford. I really liked it. I think he was unfortunate not to get on the score sheet. Really good off the ball as well. Not quite as good physically as I would want, but I'll go with an 8 from Barnes. If that is an off day, that's as good of an off day as you're going to get. I thought he was really solid.
7.5 for me. I don't think he had an off day. I just think we are. I don't think he did anything spectacular yesterday, but he linked up very well again. worked his arse off, could have scored a goal or two, which is exactly what we want. We want him to be a threat, and he is a threat. And of course, like I said earlier on in the show, kept very calm when, everything was scrambled in the box when he got the ball, and then he held onto it, rolled it back to Lewis Hall, and we scored from it. So I think just an all-round good game.
To defend Barnes on the shooting, Pickford made an absolute howler with Miley's shot, but made a very good save against.
Well, if it
Barnes.
wasn't for Pickford, we could have had 5 or 6 yesterday. Exactly. I agree
Miley
with
gets
that.
the extra credit because Pickford was so poor, whereas I think Barnes, in theory, had a good run and a better quality of shot, but doesn't get the award for it because Pickford made a good save. So it's I think he did everything right.
Yeah. Nick Voltemada, Billy.
Yeah, first half he was strangely out of sorts. I felt he was waiting for the ball to come to him rather than going to the ball. But second half, it's a different animal altogether. And we finally started using his strengths, ball to feet, let him do what he wanted to do and set other people up, and also scored. But then he scored at the end of the first half with a fantastic chip. I'm going to give him a 9. I thought he was outstanding.
Alex?
Hard one to mark. Really hard to mark because he was shocking physically. It was 4 out of 14 duels and played a really different game. We weren't getting as much deep build-up contribution and bringing it down and playing a bunch in. Like there was in bits. We got that in bits. But then he did some crazy things in a different capacity. The goal was filthy. Out of the composure and technical quality you've got to have, especially let's not forget, we keep talking about all the other youngsters in the team. Nick Voltemada is early 20s. He is a young man as well, and I think deserved 2 goals from the quality of both shots. Really unlucky not to have gotten a second. So in a game where he wasn't quite as good in build-up and physicality, he's still clinical, he's still dangerous. So I'll go 8.5. I thought he was really good.
I've gone 8, just because he was anonymous first half for me, but the second half he really did step up. Link-up play became a little bit better, held onto the ball a little bit better. But I agree with you, Alex. Sometimes the ball wasn't sticking with him. He was losing challenges. But the problem is, when you see Voltemada get the ball, he's either got 2 or 3 players around him instantly. It's not like it's a one-on-one challenge.
Oh, yeah.
All of his challenge, when the combat for the ball, he's got 2 or 3 around him. It's never.
I think he just had a bit of a heavy first touch. A lot of what he brought down to control, maybe sort of bobbled away a meter, and then he couldn't quite get it. And then it was a scramble for the second ball, just more so than it usually is. It's it happens sometimes.
But hey, I mean, if he keeps popping up with goals, he can stay as quiet as he wants for me. He's just outstanding. Warren's asking if you're okay, Billy, because you look a bit under the weather.
No, I'm fine. Thanks, mate. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, he's okay as Billy. He's bouncing back. Right, we're only going to rate 2 of the substitutes because the other 3 came on very late. Although, can I just say, Sandro Tonali, when he came on, was dreadful. Billy, how many times? I think he lost the ball 3 or 4 times. I just see, but listen, those substitutions were made just to click the time off. It was just the way it was. Joe Willock, Billy.
Well, he's really put his hand up the past couple of games. I thought he came on and made a difference again with his pace and his again desire to go forward. Give Joe a 7.
7. And Jacob Ramsey, Billy?
Slightly less than Willock. I'm not sure. He needs more game time, and I'm not sure he's going to get any, to be honest. I think Willock's overtook him now, if I'm perfectly being honest about things. I'll give him a 6.5.
Okay. Joe Willock, Alex?
7's fair. Came on, contributed, willing pair of legs, linked up well with others. And then off the back of that, Ramsey couldn't quite assist Joe in finishing some of those moves off. I think Jacob Ramsey did enough opportunity-wise to have had an assist or a goal or some kind of goal involvement, and he walks away with neither because of decision-making or timing or first touch. There were so many decent opportunities going forward that Jacob Ramsey was involved in that we really should have scored something from. And he's robbed himself, really, just through decision-making and poor touches. So I'm going to go for a I'm going to go for a flat 5 for Jacob Ramsey. He 0 out of 4 ground duels, made the wrong decisions. Everything was a bit rushed. Cobwebs. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can see he's got it, but just very rusty.
Yeah. 7.5 for me for Joe Willock. What I'm liking about Willock, the last couple of games I've seen him, it's the old Joe Willock where he's getting the ball and he's immediately running forward with it. And trying to take players on. I think that's what we've become accustomed to with the old Joe Willock. We haven't seen in a long time. So really pleased with what I'm seeing from Joe Willock. Ramsey is 6. I agree with you, Alex. I think, it's just cobwebs. We know what we've seen from Ramsey in the past at Villa. He's a very, very talented player. And I think we will eventually see that. Right, Eddie Howe, Billy.
Hard to shed any points for him, really. Team selection was fine. Perfect, in fact, and also the changes came at the right time, and he's masterminded us to a 4-1 victory away from home. So what you cannot give him any less than 10 for me.
Mm-hmm. Alex,
I think Billy's opening statement's right there. I'm thinking of how do I remove points from 10? I liked the in-game management. I thought the subs were okay. I liked
Nathan said the result
rotation.
flattered Eddie Howe, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, but Eddie Howe had to make the call of Burn over Fabian Schär. He brought Miley in. He also brought Elanga in, and then they all produced that performance. So he deserves a lot of credit for that, because he could have just gone. He could have gone Murphy, Tonali, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So, and he's made the changes that a lot of people wanted. It was a more balanced side. Apart from that 20-minute period after we scored, we were largely really good. And I think Eddie Howe deserves the credit. He had his hardest press conference since all the Saudi questions. Bless him. He's had to answer some difficult questions for once. But he's, it's put up or shut up, and he certainly put up. It was a good performance, and he picked this team. So
I've gone 10 as well. Look, there's people in the chat making excuses for maybe not giving him a 10. Like, he should have brought a couple of the youngsters.
And it was his
on.
birthday, so
or still not impressed with the substitutions. I thought his subs were fine yesterday.
What was wrong with his subs?
Well, I think with regards to Schär, to Tonali and Gordon, I think he's looking to the Tuesday game as well, and rotation.
Yeah.
That's what I think he's looking to. But listen, Eddie Howe, like it or not, was under a bit of pressure yesterday because of the away form and the way we were in the Premier League. He was under a little bit of pressure. And he said in the press conference, when he was asked about the fans' opinions, and he said, look, I'm the manager. I'm paid to make the big decisions. He did make the big decisions yesterday, changed 6 players, and quite honestly, was absolutely spot on with every one of them. So, he's come away from Everton with a 4-1 win. Not many people were expecting us to perform like that, and everybody was having their say again when the team sheet was announced. But you know what? Credit to him. Absolutely credit to him. Let's have a look. Derek Ward with a super chat. Thank you, Derek. Warren says, okay, Billy, but I'll send Wincy Willis around just in case.
She's dead, isn't she?
I think she's dead now, yeah.
I don't think
you want her turning up at your house, Bill.
Looking dark clouds enough for that, her turning up.
Yeah, and Nabs Services with a £50 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Please shout out your email address again. I want to say something in relation to mental health and also to Billy. Thank you, all of you. You have no idea how much you've helped me. That's very, very kind, mate. The email address is contact.thetoonreview@gmail.com. Contact.thetoonreview@gmail.com. It's down in the description, somewhere around the middle part of the description, where it says business inquiries. The email address is there, Nabs. But thank you so much. That is incredibly kind and lovely words as well. Thank you. Right. We've got another one pop in there from Graham Ritchie, who says, great review, lads. Looking forward to Tuesday. Yes, we are. Matchday Live will be here again. 8:15 kickoff, guys. Obviously for TV again, but 8:15. I mean, frick Nora. It's absolutely mental at times. It really is.
I won't be joining on Tuesday because I am in the capital, so we'll be watching it there.
Yes. Good luck with that, Alex.
Got to find somewhere that's not full of Spurs fans.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah. I mean, take a trip
Or
to the
tell
other part of
Hamlet.
North. yeah.
Tom will know. Tom, give it anybody or Tom, give us a shout out for pubs or somewhere to watch the game on Tuesday in London that's not going to be full of Spurs fans, or at least
Absolutely
not wet wipe Spurs fans.
Hanwell Town Football Club, go there.
Well, me and Billy will be with you from 7:45, of course. Half an hour build up to the game. I can't go to the game on Tuesday. I'm still struggling a little bit with health, but you know what it is. I'll be here to commentate with Billy, and we'll be on from 7:45. We'll be back tomorrow night as well, 7:00. Don't forget, for the match preview. We'll take a look at Spurs and what they've been doing since we beat them in the Carabao. Obviously, they are not having the best of times, losing to Fulham yesterday, and Vicario doing a bit of a Nick Pope. What a finish that was, by the way. Did you see that Fulham goal?
Harry Wilson,
Beautiful. Yeah. Incredible. Anyway, we'll
it was
finish
almost
up
like a conversion rugby kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. From the angle it was as well. It was right. Man of the match poll. The viewers' man of the match. We've had nearly 1,000 votes, guys.
Wow.
Who do you think's won it?
Malik Chow, because he always wins it.
Surely.
Well, you're in for a surprise.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's Malik Chow.
By how
Malik
much?
Chow, 67%
Wow.
of the votes have gone to Malik Chow, 24% to Lewis Miley, Lewis Hall with 7, and Anthony Elanga with 2. So once again, Malik Chow, I don't know how many times in a row he's won man of the match now. It's starting to become a bit of a trend. Hashtag Chow MOM. Or MOTM, whatever you want to say, but it's starting to become a bit of a trend.
No, Paul, it's POTM now. God.
Oh, listen, I'm not put bollocks. It's always going to be man of the match for me. I'm a bloody player of the match. If it's a women's football, it's woman of the match. If it's man, it's man of the match. What the fuck's the problem with people these days? Anyway, I'm not going to get into a rant about that, folks. There you go. Malik Chow, once again. Outstanding player, outstanding talent, and the way it's going, he's already the player of the season because these averages are starting to look like something like 9.8 is the average for Malik Chow this season, which there's a lot of players going to be very, very struggling to get near, put it that way. But we'll obviously there's a long way to go yet, so we'll wait and see. But listen, guys, thank you very much for watching tonight. Thank you for your input on the player ratings, etc., and for all your super chats and your memberships. Don't forget, we have a Facebook group as well, guys. I keep forgetting to mention this. We've got over 5,000 members in the Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, head across, look for the Toon Review, and just answer a couple of questions to join, and then myself or one of the mods will join you up, and you'll be part of a great group in there, a very safe group to have you say on Newcastle United as well. So that's the Toon Review on Facebook. We're on Instagram as well. Also, thetoonreview.com for all your merchandise. Get yourselves on there for something nice for Christmas. Thank you to the mods. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Billy. And thank you, guys. Again, we will see you all tomorrow. In the meantime, good night.
Away, lads and lasses.
Come back and check on Sea Breeze.